All right, so good afternoon, happy Friday. And for those of you who might be joining from another time zone, I hope your day is going well wherever you might be. So today we are going to do a 45-minute Yin Yoga class. So a little bit about Yin. It's a slow, more meditative style of yoga that really targets the body's deep connective tissues. So ligaments, joints, etc. All right, and eventually it'll work some yang as well. Some yang tissue is the fascia. But just know that this practice is not to support your muscles in getting stronger. It's actually to support those deep connective tissues to relax and be calm so that they can do their best in supporting your muscles. It's also going to release not just physical tension in your body, but also emotional tension. So it's not about effort, it's more about ease. So allowing gravity and time to do the work. All right. So in this class, we're really going to be centered around how to support yourself, and both physically and emotionally, and by using the wall. So I really want you to use the wall and your props, just like your partner, as a grounding place for stillness, for breath. So our theme really is going to be about leaning into your support, both on that physical and emotional level, and honoring the courage it takes to ask for help when we need it. All right, so with that, I'll just go ahead and ask that you close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you today. We're going to start off in meditative pose, just as we are here. You can either be in your easy pose if you want to go ahead and bring yourself into Baddha Konasana or bound angle pose. You can also do that, making it reclined Baddha Konasana, Supta Baddha Konasana. So just find which version works well for you in your meditation right here, right now. And just breathe and be. Not trying to change anything about what might be happening in the here and now. Just allowing and accepting the environment in which you sit. The sensations that you feel. And just begin to notice. Dropping into the right here, right now, by noticing what's happening for you in your body. So slowly beginning to scan your body, starting with the crown of your head, as though there is this invisible, beautiful ray of sunshine gently touching your forehead and making its way down to warm your head, to warm every part of your body as you watch that beautiful light gently work its way down to your jaws, relaxing you, down your throat, splitting off and creating more light to your shoulders, and all the way down your arms. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out of the mouth. Feeling now that ray of sunshine gently working its way back up your arms and into your chest. As it calms all of your chest down through your navel, working its way to the pelvis and to the hips. And slowly with your mind's eye, watching that beautiful light split off and go down your legs. Starting with your quadricep muscles, the biggest part of your legs, up top, above the knee, and gently gliding down past the knee, into the shins, and finally into the feet. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhaling all that serves you, and exhaling, letting go of all that does not. And wherever you might be now, going ahead and placing one hand over your heart and the other hand over your navel, and setting an intention for your practice. Maybe that intention is allowing support. Or maybe it's something else. Whatever that word or phrase is, that sankalpa is, to serve you here on the mat, but also off the mat. Go ahead and say it 3 times in your mind's eye. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out of the mouth. Breathing in and breathing out. And then once you have finished with your third statement of that intention in your mind's eye, going ahead and opening gently your eyes and breathing in, reaching up on the inhale and down on the exhale. And we'll do 3 more just like that, slowly reaching up and exhaling down. 2 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale out. Last one. Inhale, reach. And exhale, hands come to heart center. Beautiful. All right, we're going to start now our yin poses, the first one of the day. So go ahead and make your way to the wall if that feels comfortable to you. If you want to do this, just make sure that your bottom is completely on the wall. So as you can see here, I am touching the wall. And then I'm allowing my toes and my foot to just relax completely. So again, no effort, just ease. So no flexing the foot as we would normally do in our vinyasa flow classes. And then you can bring your hands onto your navel if that feels good for you, or you can bring it here. Now, if you prefer a different pose that's still supported, but maybe the wall just doesn't feel comfortable and you have a block, you can grab the block, place the block at the edge, that place where your bottom and your lower back meet, and then reach your feet up and just let them relax here. So just go ahead and take whatever version works for you. We're going to be here for a few minutes. I'm going to return to the wall because I want to feel supported, and just breathe. Remembering here that a lot of emotions may come up for you, or thoughts, as you relax into this pose. And that's okay. So at any point in time, you can come back to your sankalpa, that intention that you set for your practice, and just repeat that word like a mantra over and over again. That's option one. Another option, if it feels better for you, is just to repeat Om in your mind over and over again. And then a third option, this is the final one, would be just feeling the breath in your body and allowing it to anchor you into this here and now. So just breathing, no effort, just ease. And just noticing the sensation of the blood flowing down through your legs right now. Taking a few more breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. Relishing this opportunity to just be and not do. And slowly bringing your legs down now. And just coming onto your back. And then bringing your knees up. And then just windshield wiper your legs side to side to release that lower back. We're going to move next into figure 4 on the wall. So if you prefer not to use the wall, that's totally fine too. So figure 4 normally looks like creating a figure 4, right? As such. So bringing your right knee bent and then that foot across to the opposite leg. And again, normally in our Vinyasa flow classes, I always will say flex your feet for more of a balance here. But in this case, again, we don't want to put any effort. And then for this case, since we're on our backs, we're going to bring that leg that was up like a 4 down. And then we'll bring our hands around just like this. For a deeper stretch, we can bring the right elbow just gently below the knee on the right inner thigh muscle to give a little bit more of a stretch in that inner thigh. And then bringing that left leg closer, so you'll feel more of that stretch. So that's one option. If you would not want to do this on the wall, you can remain here. Otherwise, you bring yourself to the wall, just as we did before. And then you're going to create that figure 4 on the wall. All right. So it's going to be a little different here. So you're just going to bring your leg across. And this one doesn't have to be, the left leg does not have to be in, say, a 90-degree angle. But in this way, you'll get even deeper stretch in that right side of that gluteus medius. So that right hip area on the outer hip. And then for your hand, you can leave the left hand down and then just bring your right hand, if you want a deeper stretch, just relaxed here below the right knee. And that's it. So we'll just stay here for a few minutes. And again, just notice sensation. If there's ever any pain, then choose a modification, come out of it. Just breathe and be. Also, if there's anything that comes up for you emotionally during these classes of Yin, because it is like a slow meditation in many ways with active movement of poses, then please just do what you need to do for yourself by stepping away and recollecting. And just breathe. And be. An invitation here to come back to the offering of just feeling supported. Supported by the wall as though it's your friend. And just noticing how allowing the wall to help you feels for you. Sometimes we may not want to ask people for help because it's uncomfortable. And I invite you to just settle into the discomfort of allowing the wall to support you if that's something that is a challenge for you. A challenge of not wanting to ask for help because it's uncomfortable. We all want to feel like we have it all together at all times. And that's unhuman. None of us have it together 100% of the time. So just breathing into that. And taking your next inhale here. And on the exhale, I want you to just bring yourself off of the wall. We're just gonna point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. And then just bringing the legs down and maybe windshield wipering once more. And just noticing what's going on for you in your mind. Obviously, these poses in between the yin poses are just to help get our bodies back into balance once we've been in such a long hold somewhere else. So you know where we're going now. This time we're doing it on the opposite side. So just bringing your left knee to create that figure 4. So you can stay here if you'd like, if that feels better for you and your body, and you just want to be supported by the ground only. Or you can go ahead and take the option to be supported by the wall. It's just inching your way there. Good, and then once you've gotten there, just resetting on this side. And just breathing and being. I am one to sometimes get leg cramps. I was just getting a little crampy there for a minute. So just do whatever you need to do if you're feeling any sensations of cramping, coming out of it, massaging it, whatever helps you to reset. Different folks have different ways of resetting. And just breathe and be once more. Noticing the sensations in your left hip and inner thigh. Noticing the sensation of the breath as it rises and falls in your chest. And at any point in time, of course, during this practice, if it feels good for you to close your eyes, just do so. Yoga is about self-care, doing what you need to do to be in balance. So use this time to feel good. And breathe. What a beautiful feeling to just allow the nervous system to calm down through the very act of slowing down and being supported. Allowing yourself to be supported. And then slowly uncrossing the leg. Making your way onto your back, away from the wall. Bringing your legs up again. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. And then bringing your feet down, your knees up. And then just gently swaying side to side. Side to side. Good. And then next we're going to butterfly. So butterfly on the mat or butterfly on the wall. So for those of you who are already in this during meditation, you can find that pose here. Again, make use of whatever props you might have. So if you have blocks, you can bring a block each to support you just right underneath that hip. So that's option one. Take whatever option works best for you. And then of course, option two would be coming here to the wall, inching your way there, unless you're already there. And then bringing the balls of the feet together into your butterfly. And breathe. So as you'll notice, your hands are just supported on your quadricep muscles. And you'll also notice, of course, that as you sit here, your legs will make their way further down the wall. If at any point in time you need to just bring some blocks, just as you did or do when you're sitting, you can always use those again. Right at your hip crease to give yourself some love. And just breathe and be. Releasing all the toxins in your body. Watching them on the exhale as they flow out of your mouth. And as you breathe in, breathing all that beauty, all that nourishment into your body. And just notice. Not trying to change anything. Just noticing what's happening for you right here, right now. In your body. Notice what's happening in your breath. Notice what's happening in your mind. I feel love. Perhaps you want to repeat that in your mind's eye. I feel supported. I feel safe. Perhaps saying those words in your mind's eye. And slowly making your way out of your butterfly. And let's just do a counter pose here by bringing your feet to the outer edges of the mat. And then you'll just knock your knees inward. So this will be the exact opposite of your butterfly. And just breathe here for a minute. Not trying to do anything, but just breathe and notice. So noticing the sensation of your lower back right now and how it might feel a little tighter. Whereas when we're in butterfly, we feel that lower back feeling a release. So again, not trying to do anything different, just noticing. And then if it feels good for you, you can windshield wiper side to side. We're going to return to the wall now. And this time we're going to go into a goddess pose on the wall, or some people call it happy baby on the wall. So if you want to do happy baby on the floor, again, that's certainly an option. Your peace fingers come to your big toes, and you just bring your lower back, all of your spine should be on the mat, and you just hold here. Otherwise, if you want to take goddess, you can bring yourself once more to the wall. And for anyone who's delivered a baby, naturally, you might have been through this pose and found it very supportive. So just settle in to this goddess pose or happy baby by the wall and just breathe and be. Just noticing the sensations here. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out of the mouth. Goddess pose is such a primal pose because it is such a grounding pose. Women tend to be strongest in their legs. And for those of us who are mothers, again, we may have found a lot of power in just being in this pose, especially during labor and delivery, which allowed us to relieve some of the pressure. So just as we were supported by this pose, allowing the wall to support us in this pose as we breathe and be. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. We'll just slowly come off of the wall when you're ready here. And just again, do some windshield wipering to reset that lower back. We're gonna do legs up the wall next. Or excuse me. We're actually going to go to supine twist next. So we'll do supine twist, not against the wall. So what you're going to want to do is just bring your right knee into the chest and then just clasp your hands just below the knee and relax your foot, relax your head and neck. And then you're going to use your left hand to start to move that right knee across your body as you move it closer to the ground. So now your left shoulder should be on the mat, and then you're going to bring your right shoulder out to a T, a half T, if you will. And then you're going to bring your palm down and then look over your right shoulder. So you're just going to breathe and be here for a few minutes, not as long as we have been holding. So feel the sensation here of that inner thigh and outer thigh. Noticing the sensation around your lower back, the right side of your lower back. Noticing the sensation of your neck as you look over to your right arm. If this is too deep of a stretch for you, as some folks it's just too much, you can choose to come out of this and find whatever pose works best for you and your body now. Maybe you just want to get into happy baby and massage your lower back. And on your next inhale, we're just going to bring both of our legs into our chest. Wrap the hands around the knees for a nice little hug. And on the exhale, we're going to bring the right foot down, hug the left knee in, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. So this time we're going to grab with our right hand and bring it across the outer quadricep muscle just below the knee, or above the knee rather, and then start making our way over to the right side with the left knee. So we're coming onto our right side here while bringing our left arm out to a half T. And again, trying to reach that shoulder to plant onto the mat, and then reach and look towards the left with your palm facing down. And just breathe and be here. And noticing this time the sensations within your gluteus medius here. Your outer thigh and hip. And noticing the sensations here on your left lower back towards the middle. And just breathe and be. Not trying to change anything, but just noticing. And then on your next inhale, we're going to just bring those knees in once more. Give ourselves a nice squeeze. And then on the exhale, we're going to come into our final resting pose. So if your body is ready for final resting pose, you want to just bring your feet to the outer edges of the mat, allowing your toes to splay out so that The rest of your legs and hips just relax into the earth, feeling supported without any effort. Allowing our hands and palms display up, reaching out, perhaps as I am, off the mat, to again allow your shoulders to fully relax without effort. And then relaxing your jaw. Relaxing the place between your brow and your third eye. The crown of the head. Of course, if you're not ready for Shavasana, you can take whatever final poses you need to. An offering here to do legs up the wall with a wide-legged stance and using props to support you. And when you're ready, of course, coming down into your Shavasana. And I'm just coming up, and you remain in your Shavasana. And just breathe and be here without any effort, just ease as you inhale and exhale, allowing goodness to flow in and allowing whatever does not serve to flow out. Starting to wiggle the fingers and wiggle the toes from your Shavasana. And on your next inhale, bringing your knees into your chest, fetal position once more. Maybe shaking your head left to right. And then slowly making your way onto your favorite side, gently resting your head onto that arm closest to the floor. And honoring this transition, noticing how your body feels now after being supported and still. And then gently making your way up to a seated pose onto your mat, bringing your hands to Anjali Mudra, bowing your head to your heart, thanking yourself for showing up for the practice today, and remembering there is nothing to do, nowhere to go. Just be right here, right now, fully supported. Bringing your hands to your third eye, the light in me bows to the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thanks everyone for showing up If you'd like to remain in Shavasana for another 15 minutes, you may do so. I can hang in there with you if you have any questions or concerns. Otherwise, I hope you have a blessed rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time.